This is Anna, and I'm here with Larry Chiang at TechCrunch. They're letting us use their space to do some videos.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a cool space. So I'm going to ask Larry a couple questions about his book. And Larry, so how did you come up with this cool book that you wrote?
It's actually...
What they don't teach you at Stanford Business School, right?
I know. Well, I read the book, my mentor's book, What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School. So that was my impetus, because I read book reviews in 2003 because I just was curious what the book reviews are, because the book is 27 years old now and some of the book reviews weren't great. So I wrote initially a blog post to pay homage to my mentor, Mark McCormack, who wrote the legendarily awesome book in 1983, What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School. That's actually the awesome book to buy. Don't buy my book.
So how is your book different from his?
It's just an update, really. I mean, he talks about entrepreneurship, so do I. He talks about reading people. I talk about character encompassing people. He talks about sales, and I talk about how there's 20, basically there's 20 awesome books to read, and I boiled down 20 awesome books in over 12 films in chapter 6 of my book, which is all on sales.
Okay, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the story in your book, because it is a little bit intriguing. So why don't you tell us about the story?
So basically, a lot of people know that you can't make any money selling your own book. Just no way possible. It just isn't. But last time I checked, I still retain rights to the film property inside my book if my book gets sold as a film.
Yeah, and you just got an offer to do a short film with the
Yeah,
book, right? So
yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
So kind of scandalous in that I'm talking to, first of all, it's a film about 3 strippers who become entrepreneurial because strippers.
And they were Stanford students, right?
Actually, they eventually go to Stanford.
Okay.
But initially, they're in community college and they're hustling. So it's a journey of these 3 female entrepreneurs that move forward from Mesa, Arizona, their roots, and eventually come to Silicon Valley because they have a quasi-tech company called Prosperous.
Prosperous, okay. That sounds like a good name for a company. And what would you say that some of the main things that they don't teach you at Stanford Business School that you can find in your book, or just from your perspective that you've learned after you wrote your book, or people, I'm sure you've talked to people about this and asked them these questions. So what are some of the most inspiring things that people have said?
If you just look at one chapter in my book, I believe it'd be chapter 11, which is Failing Forward. We mutually have a friend, Cassie Phillips, who actually has a conference on failure, which I love that concept, where you can learn from OPF, other people's failure. My chapter 2 is about treasure management, which if we do go to business school, we don't want to go into debt, and then because the debt causes us to make not great
Yes,
business.
because if you owe like $50,000 and then you can't really start a business because you have the debt, it doesn't really work out. Okay, well, Larry, thanks for chatting about your book, and definitely check Larry's book out, and the short movie, and also the other book by Larry's mentor.
Yes, What They Don't Teach You at
Harvard
Harvard
Business
Business
School.
School.
All right,
Awesome.
Thank you, Larry. Thanks.
Thanks.
So what did you think of that?
It was awesome. Good job. Good job.
Well, I'm getting better.